The framing effect is a cognitive bias that occurs when people react differently to a particular choice or decision depending on how it is presented or framed. In other words, the way information is presented can influence individuals' perceptions, preferences, and decisions, even when the underlying content remains the same. For example, consider a hypothetical scenario in which a medical treatment is described to patients in two different ways. The positive frame. This treatment has a 90% success rate. The negative frame. This treatment has a 10% failure rate. Even though both statements convey the same information about the treatment's effectiveness, the positive frame emphasizes the potential for success, while the negative frame highlights the potential for failure. Research has shown that individuals are more likely to choose the treatment when it is presented in a positive frame, even though the underlying probability is the same. The framing effect can interact with other cognitive biases and contextual factors, further influencing individuals' perceptions and choices. For example, individuals may be more susceptible to framing effects when they are under time pressure, experiencing cognitive load, or relying on intuition rather than deliberate reasoning. Recognizing the nuanced nature of the framing effect and its interplay with other cognitive processes can enhance our understanding of decision-making and help us develop strategies to mitigate its influence. By promoting critical thinking skills and awareness of biases, individuals can become more adept at navigating information presented in various frames and making more informed decisions. Investors may react differently to financial advice depending on how it is framed. For example, an investment advisor may present a stock as having a 20% chance of losing money or an 80% chance of making money. Investors may be more inclined to invest and the potential gain is emphasized, even though the underlying risk remains the same. Policymakers may frame policy proposals in ways that evoke different responses from the public. For instance, a tax reform proposal may be presented as providing a tax cut for the middle class or as increasing taxes on the wealthy. Depending on how the proposal is framed, individuals may have different perceptions of its fairness and desirability. These examples illustrate how the framing effect can shape individuals' perceptions, preferences, and decisions across a wide range of contexts, highlighting the importance of carefully considering how information is presented and interpreted.